Extended puppy pose. Stand on hands and knees. With exhaltation, slide hands forward, elbows straight, chest sinks downward, forehead rests on the floor. Fingers are open and active with supported pressure on the mat. The pelvis is in a neutral position with a slight forward tilt that enables the lower back to maintain a straight but not arched position. Chest faces the floor. Structuring movement chains for upper back mobility. Shoulder flexion at the end of the range of movement and mainly in a closed movement chain will cause extension in the spine in a chain reaction. In order to ensure that the extension occurs in the upper back, it is necessary either to create an anatomical constraint that prevents movement mainly in the lower back, such as greater flexion of the hip or thighs, or the ability to control and separate movement, in this case, by means of slight posterior pelvic tilt and maintain shoulder flexion, thoracic extension with foam roller. Intention of the exercise: improve shoulder flexion and thoracic extension range of motion. Description and instructions: place the hips above the knees or slightly backwards. Arms straight forward, palms pressing on the foam roller. Bring your chest close to the floor, allowing the shoulders to open. You can gently bounce in this position. Main points of reference: the elbows should stay straight and the scapula in neutral position. Use the forward motion of the foam roller to deepen thoracic extension and shoulder flexion. To isolate the motion to the thoracic spine, move the hips further back and/or posteriorly tilt the pelvis. Shoulder flexion, thoracic extension, semicircular, on squares. The intention of this exercise is to improve shoulder flexion and thoracic extension range of motion. Description and instructions: place the hips above the knees or slightly backwards, arms straight forward, palms pressing on the squares. Gently bring one armpit closer to the mat, followed by the other side. Reverse directions. Main points of reference: the elbows should stay straight and the scapula in neutral position. Avoid rotation of the spine. To isolate the motion to the thoracic spine, move the hips further back and/or posteriorly tilt the pelvis. Common problem: tightening of the chest muscles will cause curvature of the upper back and cervical tension so that the forehead cannot reach the floor. Adaptation: place the forehead on a cube. See Solution 1.
Advanced adaptation to deepen arm flexion and chest cavity stretch. Place both elbows on a yoga block or cube at shoulder width. Elbows are flexed and hands are together, as in prayer. Lead hands behind the head. In this position, the chest cavity will move downward.